Hi, welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Shipyard workers are employed in ports, harbors, and other protected waters to perform shipbuilding, vessel maintenance, ship repair, and shipbreaking. OSHA has repeatedly recognized the dangers associated with working in a shipyard, where the accident rate is typically twice as high as the general workplace average. For shipyard workers, accident safety is an ever-present concern. Shipyard employees are often of the amphibious nature, subject to the Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act. This federal law allows injured longshoremen and shipyard workers to receive medical bill payments and also help with overhead expenses while they heal from a workplace injury. The trade-off is that longshore usually cannot also sue their employer for damages. A skilled maritime lawyer can help you look for exceptions to that rule. There may also be third parties that caused or contributed to your injury. The LHWCA likely does not prohibit negligence claim against these entities. That is why injured shipyard workers should speak with Maritime Legal Counsel in addition to LHWCA counsel before the Department of Labor. Not every injury suffered in a shipyard is compensable under maritime law. In fact, many are not. However, this is your injury and it has changed your life. You should likely turn over every stone in search of potential compensation. Experienced maritime attorneys can help you and hear about your case. Then gonna help you identify potentially relevant third-party defendants like vessel owners and independent contractors. There are overlapping statutes and common law remedies. There are also many types of workers laboring both and off of your ship. What recourse the injured claimant is entitled to may be so unclear that it should be determined before a judge or jury. The bottom line is that all maritime workers should be protected from danger and compensated when they are injured. Hiring a maritime lawyer is the first step to making sure that your interests are protected. The LHWCA applies to maritime workers injured near navigable waters, such as dock workers, workers repairing ships, harbor workers, forklift operator, longshoremen, and cargo workers. This law is a federal workers' compensation program administered by the U.S. Department of Labor. The LHWCA program is a no-fault program so that workers are entitled to receive compensation and benefits regardless of who may have been at fault for the incident or injury. The LHWCA provides medical care and income benefits to injured workers who are covered by this law, as well as death benefits to eligible survivors of a deceased maritime employee. Temporary disability benefits may also be available. Covered workers are also entitled to receive compensation for reasonable and necessary medical treatment. Death on the High Seas Act, or DOSHA, is a federal maritime law that applies to maritime workers who are injured in an accident occurring at least 3 miles from U.S. shores or territories. DOSHA provides death benefit to a surviving spouse, child, dependent, or representative when a wrongful act or negligence causes a worker's death. Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act, or OCSLA, is a federal law that extends the right afforded by the LHWCA to those employees working aboard vessels on the Outer Continental Shelf area of the United States. This law also applies to workers on an offshore platform, oil rig, and other fixed structure. OCSLA defines Outer Continental Shelf as a all submerged lands lying seawards and outside on the area of land beneath navigable waters, and of which the subsoil and seabed appertain to the United States and are subject to its jurisdiction and control. Jones Act. The Jones Act, also known as the Merchant Marine Act of 1920, it is a federal law that applies to seamen whose injuries result from the negligence of their employer. Prior to the Jones Act, seamen injured at sea had little resources because they were not able to hold their employers accountable for injuries and accidents that occurred at work. The Jones Act gave seamen the ability to file a negligence lawsuit against their employer for work-related injuries, unlike the traditional workers' compensation laws. Additionally, under the Jones Act, injured seamen may also collect maintenance and cure benefits from their employers to cover items such as the cost of living on land and medical care and also treatment. These maritime laws helped injured maritime workers obtain compensation for the injuries they sustained while working at their maritime job. There may be other laws that also may be available to an injured maritime depending on where the accident took place. Compensation available to maritime workers injured on the job. Maritime workers injured on the job suffer from a variety of different physical and financial damages. Maritime workers may be entitled to compensation for the following types of expenses and damages depending on the specific circumstances of the injured worker's case. Medical expenses, future medical expenses, lost wages, pain and suffering, future rehabilitation, maintenance and cure. For more information on maritime injury laws, see the article called Maritime Legislation That Protects You. Real-world examples involving offshore injuries. Injuries to maritime workers occur in a variety of different situations. One danger is the risk of explosions when vessels transport flammable substances. For example, in October 2020, a Russian oil tanker exploded in the Sea of Azov. 13 crew members worked aboard the vessels and 3 went missing after the explosion. The explosion may have occurred by flammable vapors that were left behind from the vessel's previous cargo it transported. After the explosion, the tanker had to be towed back to the shore as it was not able to operate properly. In addition, the commercial fishing industry also presents many dangers to maritime workers. Commercial fishing often entails the harvesting of fresh fish and other seafood from their natural habitats. According to the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH, commercial fishing is one of the most dangerous occupations in the United States. In fact, according to NIOSH, from 2000 until 2017, commercial fishermen experienced a fatality rate of 114 deaths per 100,000 full-time workers, compared to that of 4 deaths per 1,000 full-time workers among all U.S. workers. An example of a tragic fishing accident occurred in June 2020 when a fishing boat struck the South Jetty in the Siuslaw River bar near Florence, Oregon, and started taking on water. The U.S. Coast Guard responded to the vessel's distress to help rescue workers who abandoned the ship. Unfortunately, 2 individuals lost their lives as a result of these commercial fishing boat accidents. Some maritime workers are even injured in untraditional manners while working aboard a vessel because of the sudden movements that the vessels makes unexpectedly sometimes. For example, several years ago, a crew member was injured by a bread trolley in the galley of cruise ship. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.